Hello everyone, welcome to eGate.ai. This is second video on artificial intelligence. In the previous video, we discussed about what is AI and we mentioned about agents in that video. So in this video, let's discuss about agents in more detail. So to understand agents, let's consider this is an agent. This box is representing an agent and this is the environment. Okay, this is the environment. This agent operates in this environment. Okay, so this agent will sense this environment through its sensor. So this agent has sensors, some sensory mechanism through which it will sense the environment, and so it will receive the percept. Percept is the set of all the inputs that it will get from environment at any time. So it will receive percepts from the environment and the agent will have some actuators or effectors through which it will do some actions. So it will do some actions and those actions will also change the environment, and through its sensory mechanism the agent should be able to sense the changed environment. So this might be confusing to you, so let's take a very simple example of self-driving car and understand everything. So for self-driving cars, the sensors can be the camera, right? Some camera sensor, some other sensors to detect if there is some object in front of the car, or some say sonar sensor or other kind of sensor. So these are the sensor through which this self-driving car can perceive the environment. Okay, and then it will have some actuators can be say brakes, wheels, accelerator, etc. There can be many actuators, right? So given a particular percept, that means given a particular environment. So suppose if the environment is like the traffic light is red, so based on that environment it has to do some action. What action it will do? It will apply brakes, right? And if it will apply brake, it will also change the environment because now the car is stopped, right? So how it will map these percepts to these actions? It will do that through a agent program. So there will be an agent program. So this will be mapping between the percept sequence and action. So this percept is the input that this agent will receive at any time, right? So there can be a sequence of these inputs that we call as percept sequence. So there can be a sequence of percept, right? And also the actions, there may be more than one actions for a given sequence of percept, right? So it can be a group of actions. So let's understand this with an example, and let's take an example of vacuum cleaner word. Okay, suppose there are only two blocks in this word. One is A and one is B. Okay, and there is a vacuum cleaner located in this block A, and there is some dirt. Okay, so all the agents will have some goal. Okay, so this is our agent, which is a vacuum cleaner. So all the agents will have a goal. For this case, the goal is to clean the dirt. Okay, so how you will write a mapping function that can map the percept sequence to actions? Okay, what actions it can take? It can go to the right block, or it can come to the left block, or it can suck the dirt, right? So there will be a function of position and the percept. Okay, I mean if there is a dirt or not, it will lead us to some action. So let's try to write a mapping table based on this function. So if the position is A and it sees that if the particular block is clean, it will have some camera, some sensory mechanism by it can sense that the block A is clean, then it will say move to the right. So the action will be move right. Okay, if the position is A and there is dirt in this block, then the action will be suck all the dirt in this block. Okay, if the position is B, if this vacuum cleaner is in B block and if it's clean, what will be the action? Just go to the left, check if there is some dirt there, and if there is some dirt in this block B, it will suck. This is just one percept. There can be a sequence of percepts. For example, let's go. So one sequence was clean, and then next is it's in A block and it's clean. If it's clean, always go to the next block. That means move to the right block. Or if initially say it was clean, but now if it's dirty, there is dirt there in block A, suck the dirt. Okay, similarly we can write this big mapping tables. You see that for any realistic agent, this mapping table will be very large because you have to simulate all the possible percepts and you have to define the corresponding actions. Okay, so we will talk about that, how you will explore which action to take given a particular percept. That will be covered in the future videos. For example, I think this makes clear that the agent can sense the environment through its sensor. It will have some agent program which will have mapping from the percept sequence to actions, and at a given time it can take the actions based on the percept sequence so far. When we talk about agents in AI, we are interested in autonomous agents. So autonomous agents should be able to decide automatically which action they have to take in the given situation to maximize the progress towards its goal. Okay, so all the agents will have goal, they will perceive environment, they will do some actions, and the autonomous agent should be able to do this automatically. So let's understand this with some real life examples. So we all know and we all are proud that our Chandrayaan 3 mission successfully landed on Moon's south pole, and it has done some experiments there. So let's try to understand where these autonomous agents comes into picture. This is the official website of ISRO, and this page explains about Chandrayaan 3. So you can see there are two things. One is lander payload and other is rover payloads. So lander was basically this, and this rover was inside this lander. Okay, so the goal of this lander was to land on the surface of the moon. Goal of this rover was to explore the surface of moon and collect some samples and do some experiments. So you can see that this rover payload has some spectroscope, spectrometer, through which it will collect the, say, lunar soil and some rocks, and it will do some experiments, and then it will send back the data to the ISRO scientists. It cannot send back the rock, right? It cannot send back the soil from the moon. It can only send the data. So to get the data, it has to do some experiments that it has to perform automatically, and then it will send the data back to the ISRO scientists, right? So this is very nice example of having autonomous agents which can do certain things automatically, right? So let's be back to our discussion. So in AI, we want to develop intelligent agents. So intelligent agents should be autonomous, but they are also required to be rational agents, right? So in artificial intelligence, we talk about rational agents, intelligent agents, right? So for that, we will cover rational agents in the next video. and we will understand what are the different kinds of environments, what are the different kinds of agents in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much.